Hello, dear students. Today we shall start the next part of the chapter, The Happy Prince. So, in the last part, we have discussed that the Happy Prince was donating whatever he has, like the sapphires or the ruby. He was giving them to the needy people via the little swallow. So now we shall discuss the next part, the next assignment that the Happy Prince will give to the swallow. And in the last part we also discussed that the swallow was ready to leave for Egypt because his friends were waiting for him in Egypt. So let's begin the part. The next day, the swallow flew down the harbor. He sat on the mast of a large vessel and watched the sailors working. "I am going to Egypt," cried Swallow. But nobody minded, and when the moon rose, he flew back to the Happy Prince. So, the next day, what happened? The swallow flew down to the harbor. Harbor means a place on the coast of the sea where ships or boats shelter. In short, we can tell the garage of ships or boats. So the swallow flew down to the harbor and he sat on the mast of a large vessel. Mast means a tall tower shaped structure built on a ship which supports its sail, which supports the sail of the ship. We have seen ship, and in that ship we saw large tower like structures, and these are called masts. So it sat on the mast and watched the sailors working, and the swallow was speaking to himself, and he was telling that I will go to Egypt today. I shall go to Egypt. But nobody minded because all the sailors were working and nobody listened to the words of swallow, and nobody answered his cry. And when the moon rose, he flew back to the Happy Prince. And when it was night, when the moon rose, the swallow flew back to the Happy Prince. And he said that I have come to bid you goodbye. I came only to tell you goodbye, that I am leaving for Egypt. And the Happy Prince replied that swallow, swallow, little swallow, said the prince, will you not stay with me one night longer? So now the swallow was in a way of leaving the Happy Prince and traveling to Egypt, and he came here to bid goodbye to the Happy Prince. And listening to that from the swallow, the Happy Prince again requested the swallow. The Happy Prince told that swallow, swallow, little swallow, will you please not stay with me for one night long? The swallow answered that it is winter. I cannot stay with you because it is winter. Because it is winter and the snow will soon be here, and there will be snowfall soon. In Egypt, the sun is warm on the green palm trees, and the crocodiles lie in the mud and look lazily about them. And the swallow is giving the description of Egypt, and he is telling to the Happy Prince that here I cannot stay with you because the winter has come and there will be snowfall very shortly. But in Egypt, the sun is warm on the green palm trees. The sunlight of the Egypt is warm, and the crocodiles lie in the mud, and the crocodiles, they come out from the river and they lie in the mud and look lazily about them. And they look very lazy. They do not move. They stay on the mud and they pass their time. See in the next para. In the square below, said the happy prince, there stands a little match girl. So now the happy prince is telling that in the square below. Square means an open four-sided area surrounded by buildings in a town, city, in a town, village or city. He's telling that in a square below there stands a little match girl. Match girl means a girl who sells matchsticks. So the happy prince is telling that in a square below there is a small little girl. She has let her match fall in the gutter. So he is telling that in the square below there is a small little girl and her matchsticks, they fall in the gutter and all the matchsticks are damaged. Those cannot be used again and they all are spoiled. They are spoiled. Her father will beat her if she does not bring home some money, and she is crying. So the happy prince is telling to Swallow that there is a little girl under the square. In a square there is a little girl and she is a match girl and her all matchsticks are all spoiled because they all fall in a gutter. And if she didn't bring money home, her father will beat her. And the girl is crying. She has no shoes, she doesn't have shoes and no stockings. Stocking means a woman's garment that fits closely over the foot. Stocking means a garment of woman that fits closely to their foot. And her head is bare. And she doesn't have anything on her head. Now the happy prince is telling that peek out my another eye. She is telling that the girl is poor, she doesn't have any money, her all matchsticks are spoiled. So if she doesn't bring money home, her father will beat her. So swallow, little swallow, you pluck out my another eye and give it to her. Her father will not beat her. So the happy prince is telling Swallow to take out another eye from his statue and give it to the little girl. I will stay with you one night longer, said the swallow, but I cannot pluck out your eye, you would be quite blind then. Now the happy prince is telling that I shall stay with you for one night long, but I cannot pluck your another eye, because if I pluck the other eye, you shall become blind. That's why I cannot pluck another eye. Swallow, swallow, little swallow, said the prince, do as I command you. So now the happy prince is telling that swallow, swallow, little swallow, do as I command you, pluck my another eye and give it to that little girl. So he plucked out the prince's other eye, and darted down with it. He swooped past the match girl and slipped the jewel into the palm of her hand. So what the swallow did, the swallow plucked out another eye from the statue of the happy prince and darted down with it and moved rapidly with it. He swooped past the match girl, and he swooped means move rapidly downwards. So the little swallow moved rapidly downwards to the match girl and slipped the jewel into the palm of her hand. And what he did, he slipped the jewel. That means he threw the jewel into the palm of her hand. The swallow threw the jewel, the precious stone, into the palm of that little girl's hand, and the little girl now exclaimed in wonder. What she told? What a lovely bit of glass. The girl didn't know about the stone. For her, it is just a stone and it is very beautiful. And looking toward the stone, the girl said that what a beautiful stone it is. Cried the girl, and she ran home laughing. Now the girl is satisfied. The girl understood that by selling this stone, by selling this glass, I can get much money to feed my family. And the girl became very happy and she ran home laughing. Then the swallow came back to the prince. You are blind now, he said, so I will stay with you always. So now the swallow returned to the tower, and he told happy prince that you are blind now, you cannot see anymore, and I shall stay with you always, because who will be there to see the sufferings of the people around the city, and I shall guide you. I shall roam about around the city, and every day I shall give you a report that these people are suffering. So the happy prince now is telling to swallow that, no, little swallow, said the poor prince, you must go away to Egypt. Now the happy prince is telling to little swallow that, no, it's quite late. The snowfall will be there very soon, and you should not stay here, you must leave for Egypt. No, I will stay with you always. So now the happy prince is telling to swallow that, no, I shall stay with you always, said the swallow, and he slept at the prince's feet. And the swallow slept at the happy prince's feet. All the next day he sat on the prince's shoulder and told him stories of what he had seen in strange lands. So from the next day, the swallow used to sit on the shoulder of happy prince, and he used to tell the stories, beautiful stories of what the happy prince, what the swallow saw in different lands, in different countries. Now the happy prince is telling to swallow that, dear little swallow, said the prince, you tell me of marvelous things, but more marvelous than anything is sufferings of man and woman. There is no mystery so great as misery. Fly over my city, little swallow, and tell me what you see there. So now the happy prince is telling to swallow that, dear little swallow, said the prince, you tell me of marvelous things, you tell me so beautiful stories, you tell me so amazing things, but more marvelous than anything is the suffering of man and woman. Apart from your stories, more marvelous things is the sufferings of those men and women. There is no mystery so great as misery, and there is no difficult things to understand than the sufferings, than the poverty of people around my city. Fly over my city, said little swallow, and tell me what you see there. Now the little swallow is telling that, now the happy prince is telling to the little swallow that, fly over my city. You go and fly over my city and tell me what you see. So the swallow flew over the great city and saw rich making merry in their beautiful houses, while the beggars were sitting at the gates. He flew into the dark lane and saw the white faces of starving children looking listlessly at the black streets. Under the archway of a bridge, two little boys were lying in each other's arms to try and keep themselves warm. How hungry are we? They said, "You must not lie here," shouted the watchman, and they wandered out into the rain. So what the little swallow saw? The little swallow saw that the rich men making merry. The rich men, they were enjoying their life in their beautiful houses, and while the beggars, they were sitting at the gates of those rich men's house. And again the little swallow flew into the dark lanes. Dark lanes means road paths there where no lights were there, and these lanes used to remain dark, or the lanes in which people, poor people, would live. So what the happy prince saw there? The happy prince saw that, and saw the white faces of starving children looking out listlessly at the black streets. And he saw that at the black streets there were small children who were very hungry, and they were starving, and they were looking listlessly. Listlessly means looking with the lack of energy. They didn't have energy, and they were looking with the lack of energy. Looking their faces, the swallow could understand that they had no energy left. Under the archway of a bridge, two little boys were lying in each other's arms to try and keep themselves warm. Under the archway. So now what is archway? Archway means an entrance that has a carved roof. Under the bridge there is an entrance, and two little boys were lying in each other's arms. There were two little boys who were lying there. Under the bridge they were lying, and they were lying in each other's arms. Why they were lying in each other's arms? Because they were feeling cold, and they were trying to keep themselves warm. How hungry are we? They were talking to themselves that how hungry are we? We don't have anything to eat. They said, "You must not lie here," shouted the watchman. Now again they were talking to each other, and suddenly the watchman shouted and asked them to leave the place, and told them that you should not lie here. And they wandered out into the rain. It was raining outside. The watchman asked them to move, and they were in the rain. So dear students, today up to this, in the next video we shall complete the chapter, and I hope you all understood today's explanation. If you have any doubts still, then you can text me or you can call me. Thank you.